I didn't want to wait much longer to make this video based on what I witnessed today, what you as crypto.com holders, CRONOS investor, we witnessed today. It wasn't enough to see the DOJ asking, demanding, basically, CC and Binance for over $4 billion. I was like, wow, I mean, that's crazy still. I mean, everybody was talking about it for and everything, right? And then here comes the SEC, Gary Gensler, like, dude, Kraken. We're like, well, that's pretty rough, right? I mean, Ripple, Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, Binance.us, CC, and many others maybe. How about crypto.com? How about CRONOS? We are still clean. This company is still on top. Not only what they say on their website that we quote a lot, but we haven't really seen crypto.com under the microscope of the SEC, because there's two CFTC approved products, the strike options and up and down options. And that, in a way, it kind of seems like they have a good relationship with the lawmakers. Well, they're actually not the lawmakers, but they're the regulators. They're the police, basically. And they're like looking and watching if everything is doing accordingly. So, what is crypto.com doing different than other ones? And is our money safe in crypto.com not being sued? Well, that's what I want to have a conversation in this one, right? And as of right now, nothing. And we already passed the worst in 2022. And I know most of you guys, when I joined Spaces on Twitter, and made a group, $1 Crow Party group, which is there, link down below. Go ahead and join. We're over 300 members now. It's a lot of people using as a selling point for joining CRONOS. And well, we're a channel that we like this company, that we follow it, and there's so much to talk about. So if you're on the same page, don't forget to smash the like button, everybody. Consider subscribing to the channel, turn on those notification bells, please, so you never miss an update. My name is Oscar. Happy to be here with you. If this is your first time, well, I think you're making that right choice. Not now. Here's why. Because I watched the F1 Vegas, race, and how many exchanges were you able to see on the cars? Many, but as main sponsors of F1, crypto.com, and other different brands. In a way, this company knows where to go. UFC, F1, some soccer games, major events like World Cups, esports, and more. Like, we know crypto.com is in a way everywhere. But you might say, well, I mean, it's everywhere, right? But I'm sure that they're spending their money really viciously, badly, instead of putting in their customers or so. There's a lot of different content on that. But the thing is, when you are also putting money and resources on getting good licenses, protecting your customers, and adding value, it shows. And it shows today. When it's been a while, we're going to be getting SEC Bitcoin ETF resolutions about approval or denial in a couple more months. And we're still not seeing crypto.com being sued. Now we're seeing Kraken. From what I've seen before, they already paid some penalties to the SEC, what, $30 million or so? So now they're getting sued once again. And I saw Kraken's response from the CEO. I told you earlier today on an earlier video, and I'm like, it does seem that Kraken is going to win it because the court already rejected the position the SEC is taking on their premise. They're not suing them because of the worst. They're suing them because of a few little details, kind of technical ones. So it shouldn't be much of a big deal. And that's kind of like when I'm like, okay, what is going to be like? Let's think for a second here, everybody. What's going to be the scenario if crypto.com gets sued? Why would it get sued? Is there something that everybody here working in crypto.com in the US sector, right, they're not doing well? Well, there's nothing really. There's a head of derivatives, right? Crypto.com acquired a company, Nadex, and now they were doing derivatives and all of that. Well, they acquired that company, and the CEO of that company is now heading the Crypto.com USA derivatives division. And they have plenty of people, and they're doing their best. And everything that they're doing, based on what we're seeing, already CFTC approved. Who is also, in problems with the CFTC? Binance, right? So $4 billion. Is that a lot of money? It is. And Binance, I actually haven't checked lately, in the last 5 hours, if CC already respond to the $4 billion claim, but I haven't really seen anybody talking about CC or Binance, so I'm guessing not. Everybody's now looking at Kraken, but as crypto.com CRONOS holders, I want to stir up the conversation, guys. If we haven't seen anything from the SEC, it's probably because it's a good sign that crypto.com legal, Chris, Eric, and everybody around, here in this market that is so hot, so important to be real good. Because in the US, there's one thing that we like: gossip, and to make everything worst and best. So if you're in a problem with the SEC, with a regulator, with the government or so, it's just gonna be bad publicity. And crypto.com, you can correct me, but they love publicity, good publicity. And that's why they pay millions of dollars when it comes to advertisements using the crypto.com arena, going to different events, massive macro events. So not being in good standing with the regulators everywhere, but especially here in the US, guys, that's of course a big deal. So we're talking common sense, we're talking facts, and I just see this as a big win selling factor. Like I was saying, I go to my chat, the one I created, right? Link down below. Go ahead and join all Crow fam, right? And everybody's very excited. I go to this Twitter Spaces. People are so incredibly relying on whatever they throw at us as CRONOS holders. They're like, well, we also belong. We're the blockchain of crypto.com. That is one of the best and brightest when it comes to legal stuff, compliance, regulations, and licenses, right? And we just got Dubai a couple days ago. Last week, getting Dubai is not easy. Passing through BARA, getting the BASP is not easy. And it wasn't an approval. It was just, okay, you're granted the permission and the approval is later. Once we get the approval in Dubai, that's going to be hot. So you see, everybody, I am happy. I'm pleased. I am satisfied with what I'm seeing. Is crypto.com. I don't work for them, by the way, right? We talk a lot about it because I do have a good community and I value it, and I continue seeing all the evidence. And so far, so good. Can it be better? Of course, it can be better. Of course, I could do things that it could make me much happier, like engaging with the community a little bit more, yada yada. But it is what it is. You get what you can have, and that's it. As of right now, the cards, another big product for crypto.com. That one is gonna get buffed based on what we know in the upcoming bull market. That's what the crypto.com CEO said. Given that way, not only people are gonna be attracted to this exchange because it's safe, but also because of the good, reliable product it offers, and those products that they can be buying and holding and staking and using CRO, earning CRO. So, guys, as of right now, I'm seeing crypto.com leading when it comes to regulation and compliance, and you guys are seeing it too. When it comes to the price, everybody, solid at 9 cents. I tweeted that we are now testing once again the 0.93. We'll see what happens. Could tomorrow be higher, lower? Of course, but we're checking. Position 30. So we went from position 28 to position 30. Remember that we passed Caspa. We passed Ethereum Classic. Caspa was down somewhere here when crypto.com was very hot, like about 2 weeks ago. Now Caspa is coming down a little bit. It was 1.5. So we're seeing some retracements in some altcoins. The one that is actually doing this is Bitcoin at 37,400. Today was 37.5. So just remember, just $700, $600 more dollars, and we're going to be at an all-time high price of Bitcoin. That helps, but drains power and purchasing volume from altcoins, right? So, but we saw how that change happen when Bitcoin is high, some altcoins are down. Some altcoins are super high, Bitcoin is not doing much. So it's an inverse relationship until we have a bull market. So when it comes to Watch Your Guru, like I said, SEC suing, and then we have $4 billion right here. So let's go to Binance, right? Go to CC, see if he replied something. And no, he hasn't. So obviously, I wouldn't blame him, right? I'm sure he's thinking about it. saying like, what am I going to say? Because everybody's looking at me, trying to get something from me publicly. So his next tweet or so should be very important and addressing what happened. Either he's going to say we paid or we're going to continue in court. Who knows? And I'll leave you with this, everybody. Trusted by more than 80, so 90 million users worldwide. Leader. Let's say that again. Leader in regulatory compliance and security certifications. If crypto.com gets sued by the SEC, everybody listen to me closely if you're still watching after 10 minutes. It's going to be a major blow to that statement. And I'm here to say it. I'm not going to be defending crypto.com that, oh, well, the SEC is wrong. Hey, they might be wrong until we get all the facts. But the thing is, if the SEC is suing crypto.com, it's either because the SEC is completely nuts, which some people say so, or they did find something that now they're just pointing out and saying, hey, fix it as soon as possible. Not only fix it, but you have to pay a fine. You see kind of what happens when you get sued. Now, I mean, by the SEC. But we just haven't been in that situation. We just haven't been sued yet. So, well, let's wait. Because Kraken, Binance, Coinbase, Ripple, of course. But I hope crypto.com honestly is not sued and we can get into a nice crypto.com rally in this upcoming year. The industry's most comprehensive insurance coverage and verified proof of reserves. Guys, I didn't want to wait for tomorrow. Everybody who's watching and listening, enjoy because I think we're doing the right thing. Obviously, not financial advice, by what you can do, afford losing, and do your own research. But as for me, all my CRO that I have, if any time I see CRO red, it's more for me DCA to go up in this upcoming run. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe. Peace.